Welcome to the Sonny and Cher pod, where we'll be talking about forward conundrums, in-form and out-of-form players, whether Palace defenders are a must, and of course, the key battles that took place in the Sonny and Cher League this week. Hey CJ, how are you doing? We're going to start with you first because you stepped up for us. Thank you so much. How are you? What's going on?
All good, mate. Thanks. Yeah, no, it was a strange one last week doing the pod. I'm not going to lie. I stopped and started it about 5 times. I think the first bit, I was reading it off, and I choked a few times. I had to restart.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. But as we'll see in a second, my fantasy week was pretty miserable. That's 2 weeks on the bounce for me. So I just can't believe how badly it affects my weekends when it happens. It's so embarrassing. Like, my wife really had to get onto me this weekend. She was like, you really need to sort yourself out because this is ridiculous.
My God, that's so funny.
100%. Alex, how are you doing, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. I mean, as like last week was absolute carnage. I mean, I thought the quiz went really well for me and Stu, but it was just so much interference, wasn't there? All sorts went on, and then it didn't even upload properly. So yeah, Siege, thank you for.
That's lost to the archives, unfortunately. But yeah, rest assured, listeners, Alex and Stu absolutely smashed myself and Tom in the quiz. I think they were 11 points ahead very early doors, and we never recovered, did we, Siege? So
No.
I'm sort of glad that didn't get published in the end. All sorts of like swearing and
there's a lot of edits, wasn't there?
Yeah, it would have been a lot to edit if we'd actually been able to get the recording, but we didn't. But we move on. Alex, you've got some interesting graphics to show us, haven't you? Because we are going to compare our teams.
Okay.
There they are. They're up there. For anyone listening, we are basically comparing the commission's teams for game week 12. So you and me, Alex, we got exactly the same points this week, 43, which is 4 above the average. Whereas CJ, you came in slightly below that, 36. Horrendous couple of weeks, like you say. Like, I didn't do too well the previous week either. So yeah, I'm starting to get sick of my team.
Siege, is that 2 weeks for you in a row in the 30s?
I think I got 44 last week, actually. So not 2 weeks in the 30s, but I was, like I said to you boys, I was actually so happy with my team on paper before the game. So like, I bought in Van Dijk for Gabriel, which I thought was going to be a masterstroke. Obviously, that appeared not to be. And then O'Reilly in for Van der Ven. But like, to be fair, those 2 transfers actually gained me points rather than lost me points, which made me laugh even more. But again, it's those little tiny factors throughout the game. Like Sarr, if you saw in that game, Sarr got hacked down on the edge. It probably was a pen, like right on the edge. It wasn't given as a pen. I don't know why it wasn't given for VAR. That would have been assist, Mateta goal, and then I'd have beaten Dave, who I was playing. And on the other hand,
I'm just looking around to see if I've got any tissues spare for you, by the way. I can't seem to find any.
It is that. And then again, needing Grealish to do something on the Monday night for like the 3rd time this season, and of course he does absolutely nothing. So pretty miserable, but I'm hoping things turn around. Like, I didn't get too much of a red arrow, which I was quite happy with. So I sort of like survived and just got through the game week. But
yeah, what about you, boys? It's about that. It's just keeping up with the average, isn't it? Sometimes.
That's it. Like, what about you, lads?
Go on, Ben. You go first, and then we'll talk.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was saved by Minter off the bench. I had 13 points coming off the bench. Minter with 2 assists, Longstaff with 2 points in place of Semenyo and Caicedo. I did the same as you, Siege. Brought in Van Dijk for the injured Gabriel, thinking that Liverpool had a decent run of fixtures and they had at least some odds of a clean sheet. But that was very quickly disproven by Sean Dyche's Nottingham Forest, which I very much enjoyed. We can talk about that more later. But yeah, I also, looking at my team, I'm not super happy with it. I wish I had another wild card at this point because I just want to completely revamp the midfield.
Didn't you just play a wild card?
I did. I think I did it in game week 10 or something. So it's been a few weeks.
It's getting to that stage though, isn't it, with wild cards? It's getting to that stage. Like, I'm exactly the same. I'd love to have another one now, but again, obviously it's not not legit.
Me and you have been without a wild card since game week 4, haven't we?
Yeah, I was going to say, you guys went early.
But you were saved, weren't you, by 2 players, literally?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, Munoz, who I'm so glad I brought him in on my wild card. I'm so glad I have. He's been... And Anderson as well, I brought in on my wild card. So, yeah, both of them stepped up for me. Obviously, it didn't help with the fact that Casado just doesn't seem to play after the international break. Must be because he's...
We should have really picked that up, shouldn't we? We should know that at this point.
Yeah, we should have done.
We should.
And obviously, Semenyo is probably still engaged somewhere having a good time, so he wasn't actually injured. But, yeah, if it wasn't for those two and maybe a bit of a Grealish clean sheet and a Saka clean sheet, it could have been an absolute disaster. But
that could have been miserable for you looking at that. Like, take those 24 points away like that.
I still had green arrows on my thing, so I was moving up in the round. I mean, I didn't move up far. I think I moved up 100,000 places, which isn't a lot in the grand scheme.
That's still right though for that game week, for a low scoring one. It's still good.
No, exactly. But I mean, that's it. So in terms of where we sit now in the battle of the commissioners, CJ, I hate to say it, but you're sitting on a lowly two game week wins, which isn't too pretty for you. Let's be honest. I'm only a half ahead of you now because obviously me and Ben half this week, so I'm on 2.5.
Yeah, strong.
I've moved past you. But Ben, you're a comfortable 5 game week wins ahead of me and a 5.5 ahead of CJ on 7.5 game week wins. So yeah, that's where we sit in the battle of the commissioners. So there we go. Siege, I suppose we'll hand over to you now just to chat fancy for half an hour or so.
Let's do it.
Yeah, absolutely. But like Ben said our little intro. So I just called this little section FPL Forward Conundrum. So the top 4 strikers' total points are really interesting reading, actually. Obviously, we've got Haaland, who's the top points in the game with 104. And then there's a 40-point drop-off to Thiago in second with 64, João Pedro in third with 60, and then the next best in fourth is Welbeck with 53, which is crazy. And he's earned most of those points in the last sort of 5 or 6 weeks. But there's actually 15 midfielders outscoring all forwards, bar Thiago and João Pedro, and 15 defenders outscoring all forwards, bar Thiago and João Pedro, which is absolute madness. So it just shows, as we'll talk in a second about, like, I've put here, I think they highlight those things particularly, that FPL managers have changed their formations this year to include more defenders and midfielders. And I think a lot of managers are moving away from that old blueprint of the 3-4-3. You get your 3 fullbacks, your 4 midfielders, and your 3 for these 3 strikers. Whereas now I think we're seeing 4-4-2s, 4-5-1s, even 5-4-1s and 5-3-2s are becoming more popular as defenders and midfielders. They're outscoring strikers by considerable amounts. And already, like, we're now a third of the way through the season. I'm just going to go through the top 7 strikers just with a few stats and we can sort of talk about them. But second's obviously Thiago with 64 points. He's got 32 points in his last 5 games with 5 goals and 0 assists. And we got João Pedro in third with 60. He's got 21 points in his last 5 games with 2 goals and 0 assists. Then fourth, Danny Welbeck, 53 points. So he's got 35 points in the last 5 games. He's the most informed striker at the moment with 5 goals and 0 assists. Then we've got Jean-Philippe Mateta in fifth with 51 points. He's got 31 points in the last 5 game weeks with 4 goals, 0 assists. But if we do remember, 17 points of those came in 1 game. So he's got 14 of those other points
he's been a letdown in my eyes. If I'm totally honest, he's been a huge. There was so much ranting and raving about Mateta and this, that, and the other, and he really isn't
underperforming his XG. Yada yada yada.
But then he's still not putting the ball in the net. So it's a bit like, well, come on, mate. Like, how this is, you're really right, Siege. I'll let you finish listing off these strikers, but I've got a big opinion on strikers at the moment, and it's really
And it's like the Mateta thing as well. And classic, didn't he come off in the 59th minute on Saturday?
Yeah, 1 point.
At one point, I was like, I actually saw it on Soccerway 60 minutes, and then I went on and he had 1 point. I was like, he's actually come off in the 59th. But yeah, just to finish off that list, we've got Richarlison in 6th with 50. So he's got 18 points in the last 5 games with 2 goals. Then 7th is Bowen with 50 overall points. He's got 15 points, 0 goals and 1 assist. And then actually I was really interested, like 9th is Woltemade, and he's in a lot of people's teams. So he's got 42 points, but obviously he missed the first 3 game weeks, but he's only got 18 points, 1 goal and 1 assist in his last 5. So I just think it's so hard at the moment to pick the correct strikers and who's in form. Realistically, you're looking at Thiago and Danny Welbeck personally. Like, I've got Mateta. Have you boys got Mateta as well?
Yeah. I've had all of these strikers at some point in my team during this season, bar Danny Welbeck
you have.
and Bowen. Yeah.
But
I don't think I've timed it well.
But Ben, I don't think it's about timing. I really don't.
No.
And there's also this like huge thing at the moment where every single game week, apart from one, the most transferred in player, right, has done nothing. And guess who it is this week? Any guesses?
No, not
who's the was it
most transferred in? Thiago, no?
Thiago is the most transferred in player. So guess what? He's not going to score this weekend. And he missed a pen.
Oh, this weekend.
But you're right. He also missed that pen. So it's a bit like, mate, he could have walked away with so many more points. But the striker thing is a real problem. I was seriously thinking at one point this week, I looked at my team and I thought, I might as well just bin the strikers and just get some extra defensive midfielders in my team and have defenders and defensive midfield. It's so mad that that's where fantasy football is now, right? That you can't pick strikers anymore because they're not doing what you want them to do in fantasy. They're not giving you enough returns for what you're going to spend on them, and it's just. I
also need to move. I always play 4-3-4-3. So I definitely need to move away from that formation because every week I'm like, right, this week's going to be the week that all 3 strikers are going to score. I don't want to drop any of them.
Has that ever happened this season?
But no, I don't think it has. So I need to go with the back 4 or back 5 because it's.
But the thing is as well, if you do get it right with those 3 strikers, it's going to have a massive difference, because the rest of our teams are doing so well defensively and midfield wise. So actually, when the strikers come good, it will be amazing. But it's happened once or twice this season when you've had 2 or 3 of them come in. So, like Butler said, do you smash the midfield? Take some money out of the strikers. So just maybe have a Haaland and Thiago, and then have a Mark Gui. He actually got a return at the weekend with an assist, and then pump the money into the midfield. So like. Is that the way to go? Like, or do you just go Haaland, Thiago, and Danny Welbeck? Like, great little strike force, to be fair. I quite like that.
At some point, they're gonna go quiet. That's
Welbeck I've missed the boat on because I'm like, if I put him in now, he'll stop scoring.
So
you know what we really need?
I'm thinking about Thiago.
We miss Marmouche, Ben.
Oh my god, he was terrible last night as well. But no, that moves me on as well to like captaincy. So, like Butler, you put an unbelievable thing in the WhatsApp group. Like, captaincy is becoming so difficult because we're so used to giving it. If we don't give it to Haaland, which I think we are at the moment, and then when he blanks, obviously it has a huge effect. But the top 17 captains in game week 12 all blanked. So no goal, assist, or clean sheet point, all the way down to Richarlison, who was the 18th.
Nice goal though from Richarlison.
Yeah, who scored 7, and he only got 7. So it just shows you. But if you're like someone like Tom Jennings in our group who captained Eze, you're absolutely laughing.
Why did you want to bring
that up? I can't wait to talk about that.
I had to caveat on that because when he put that in our group, I was absolutely crying. I was like, when he put the little shifty eyes, I was like, you haven't, have you? But it just shows that if you go left field and it does come in, you see a massive improvement in your rank.
You're right.
It's
if
so
you go
against
left
the
field,
turn.
But how often when you go left field does it pull off? Luke goes left field every week.
Yes,
and look where he is. Right?
Yeah. So.
And I hate that it's Jennings. I would have been happy if it was anyone else. If it was anyone else in our league that captained Eze.
You have for that. You have
to go give him credit. He brought in Eze for Semenyo.
Oh, yeah,
Captain Eze.
Of course.
Of course. I'd be really, really curious to see how far he jumped up in the global rankings. Like, that must be massive.
Yeah.
Because what the average was like,
well, the fact that he's taken over minus 50 points already this season.
Yeah.
Eze's just crawled that all back for him, hasn't he? And
it has literally in that.
All those left field picks have finally paid off just in 1 week. So
they have. Yeah. They definitely have. We'll talk about Eze particularly later on, but we'll just look at a few games now. But we'll look at Liverpool Forest. So I think with quite a lot of people did that Van Dijk in for Gabriel. Obviously didn't pay off, but I think we won't talk about Liverpool, for a sec. We'll talk about Forest, but should Forest defensive assets now be back in our thinking moving forward?
I said this 3 weeks ago. Why are you bringing it up now?
I remember we said that. Like, are they back? But like the whole Forest defence cleaned up points-wise this week in their 3-0 win away at Anfield. So 3 of the back 4 scored 10+ points. We had Murillo top scoring with 17. That seems to be like the maximum score a defender gets now, with a goal, a clean sheet, DEFCON, and maximum bonus points. Closely followed by Nico Williams with 13 and Savona with 12. They got an assist and a goal between them. And if you add Milenkovic's 8 and Sells' 7, the defensive unit as a whole scored a combined 57 points against last year's champions, which is insane. Obviously, it's probably been one of the first games this year where that Forest defense has done that, but they did that a lot as a unit last year, and it's interesting to see, like, because a lot of their prices have dropped because they've been taken out of so many people's teams. But what do you boys think? Are they back on the menu?
I think so. Yeah.
Don't want to knee jerk. It's only one clean sheet, but true, they're looking a lot more solid.
They're starting to get used to the way Sean Dyche wants them to set up, right? Like, it's taken them a while, and they've had the international break. Granted, they had a few away, but that sort of extended period of time where they had more training on that stuff. Let's see what Forest do this weekend. If they keep another one, who have they got? It's a great question. I don't have it in front of me.
They have.
While we look at that, how bad is Ange, by the way, to not be able to like make them a good defensive unit? Because like Nuno made them so good defensively, Ange completely copped that up, and then within
Sean
a couple
Dyche
of weeks,
has done it pretty sharpish. You know,
I
think that. Let's see who Forest got, Siege. Who have they got?
They've got Brighton. They've got Brighton.
So that's got 0-0 written all over it, right? So
Brighton at home, yeah.
But I think that's low scoring game, 1-0 either way.
It's these players well, like that Savona's come out of nowhere, like signed from Juve.
Yeah, I didn't even know he was a defender, to be honest with you.
Yeah, didn't know he was a defender. I think he's already scored a goal already this year, but he seems to be the shoe-in right back at the moment because Ola Aina's not there. And obviously Nico Williams, had him in my team for so many games last year, and I think a lot of people started with him this year and obviously quickly got rid because they were pony. But he's definitely on the menu, and obviously you got the 2 centre halves who are class. Obviously Murillo scoring, like, it seems to be that 17-pointer, but again, that's pure luck. I think I saw one of the guys who had the most points had him. Of course, he had Murillo away at Anfield, as you would do after the back of like 0 clean sheets. But fair play to him. Fair play. But no, it is. But then, whereas for Liverpool, that's 6 defeats in 7 in the Premier League, conceding 16 and only scoring 9. So I spoke about their fixture difficulty swing in my little preview, but they've got West Ham away, Sunderland at home, Leeds away, Brighton at home. So I just wanted to put this to you, lads. If they lose, say, another 2 out of those 4 games, is Slot's job in jeopardy, do you think?
Not yet.
Oh, it's got to be. So. It's got to be with the money they've spent.
In jeopardy.
And how bad they look.
I don't know. I think it might be, How much grace has he got? Let's say that. How much grace has he got?
Think of the Liverpool ownership, right? I'm not defending Liverpool. I fully understand what you're saying. Like in another club, he would 100% be in jeopardy, right? But the way that Liverpool ownership works, they like stability. he's also coming off the back of winning a Premier League title. Now, you can't then all of a sudden be like, oh, he's a shit manager, right?
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
I think. Let's see if Liverpool get to the end of January and they're still really struggling. Then I think it's a topic of saying, actually, now his job is really under threat. And obviously, he probably feels the pressure right now, and because they're not great, and they've spent a lot of money, and none of that money really has paid off yet at all.
No.
So they're in a real pickle. But I watched
they went 1-0 down tonight, didn't they? In 5 minutes.
Yeah. I watched Jamie Carragher on Monday Night Football this week, and he was basically saying that problem Liverpool have right now is they're being really stubborn. He's trying to play the same way, and it's just not working. It's now it's a test of his managerial skill to say, okay, it's not working. Let's try something slightly different to try and grind out a few wins. I mean, I think everyone's shocked at how bad they are, and I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying watching them be terrible. Just the biggest shock to me is the fact that they cannot get any of those signings going at all. Ekitike's gone all quiet. Like Isak looked absolutely dreadful. Like he was dreadful against Forest. Isak, dreadful.
He was Mickey Mouse. I can't believe the job.
Wirtz goes away for Germany, has an absolute stormer for Germany, and then gets injured. He can't play for Liverpool. But what's going on? There's something going on. There's something going on behind the scenes there that's not right, and it's affecting
exactly.
I know
you're talking about. You were talking about the fact that he's got grace having won the title. I totally get that, but he basically inherited Klopp's squad. He added a bunch of his own signings, a lot of money.
Yeah, true.
And now he's just lost at home to a relegation candidate, 3-0. 3-0. Yeah. So at some point, it is gonna the heat is gonna notch up because they don't look like they're figuring it out, do they? They're not making progress.
No,
they had that win against Madrid. They had a win against Madrid, but apart from that, they've been woeful.
What does that say about Madrid?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And that's why I highlighted those 4 fixtures. Like, realistically, bar Brighton at the moment, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, like, they're all relegation candidates. So, do you know what I mean? If they can't beat most
they're drawing right now to PSV.
But like, at least PSV are well decent enough. But I just think their defence has been a shambles. Like I know on my little previews I said Van Dijk was a great shout, and I still think he is because even though they lost 3-0, he still gets the DEFCON. I think he's really good for that.
I really think they'll go heavy on Guehi in January because
I think no one else is absolutely walking hazard.
No one else is going to buy him for cash when he's got 6 months left on his contract. No. And Liverpool are desperate for another defender because Konate has been so bad, but they can't even drop him. There's no one else there to bring in.
Yeah, they need a central defender. And then they might think about like changing to a back 5, having Frimpong and Kerkez as their wing backs, having 3 defenders in the middle.
Sense.
Yeah. Then they can play 2 up front. They can play Ekitike and Isak together with Wirtz just in behind them. But I don't know if they'll.
Yeah, no,
it's like a massive change, isn't it?
What would you do with Salah then, though?
Drop him, mate.
Yeah,
he's not done anything.
But
he won't, will he? Slot won't.
Yeah,
Slot won't do it.
But like,
if we were on Football Manager, Ben, it would already have happened.
I would have won the title by now.
So true. But we'll continue to talk about. We'll just move on to defenses, but like talking about one particularly, like Palace are just churning out points defensively. Like their defensive assets, I think, are a must-have at the moment. Like we talked about double up of Arsenal, but if we saw a couple of weeks ago, we talked about those players in the team of the season. It was predominantly, I think it was double Arsenal, double Palace at the back, but I'd even consider the Palace triple up. Like Palace's 5 defenders are in the top 25 point scorers in the whole game, with 3 in the top 10. Wow. So you've got Munoz, the highest scorer, with 74 points. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists, 6 clean sheets. Gay's next with 69 points. 1 goal, 3 assists, 10 DEFCON points, 5 clean sheets. Followed closely by Lacroix, who's got 67, 2 assists, 12 DEFCON, 6 clean sheets. Then you've got Mitchell in 4th, which I was actually quite surprised. He's actually got 61 with 1 goal, 6 DEFCON and 6 clean sheets. And then you've got Richards, who's 5th on that list with 58 points. Most of his coming from DEFCON, where he's got 12 and 6 clean sheets. And this is a crazy stat. So together as a defensive unit, when you add Henderson's 51 points, they've amassed 380 points across the 12 game weeks, averaging 31 points per game week as a defense, which I think is unbelievable. So 31 points as a unit a week. Absolutely insane. And I think personally with Gay, unfortunately, I'm on the wrong one at the moment, whereas he was the right one at the start. Yeah. I was so jealous of Munoz. So jealous of Munoz on Saturday. When I saw that come in, Munoz goal, I was almost chucking my phone because I knew it. I was at Van Dijk. What am I doing?
You love talking up a double up or a triple up. You're like, oh, let's triple up Arsenal. Oh, now move on from Arsenal. Let's triple up Palace. Who's it going to be next? Triple up Forest in like 2 weeks.
It is, but I just think a defense of Arsenal and Palace players.
Have you actually tripled up on any of them yet, though, Siege? You love to talk it up, but you don't pull the trigger.
I haven't got enough transfers, mate. I told you, wild card, I'd be doing it. Double Palace, double Arsenal in my defence. I'll be doing it genuinely. And I think as soon as I get that wild card, I'll be doing it.
Yeah. Every time I've had Gay in from week 1, every time I've benched him, I've regretted it. Also, the fact that he's got 3 assists, whereas Anthony Alanga and Anthony Gordon haven't got 1 between them yet. It just does my nut. But yeah.
That's
mad. I think that's it as well.
I also love Munoz.
Yeah, I think it's the attacking. Like I spoke about it last week in those previews. I think we do get a little bit blindsided by this DEFCON and focus on that. But like the reason why Munoz and Gahey particularly are so high is that they've got clean attacking sheets. Threat as well.
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Munoz has got 2 goals, 3 assists. Gay's got 1 goal, 3 assists. Of course,
Munoz basically plays right wing, doesn't he? Let's be totally honest. He's a right wing back, but he's playing right midfield. Like he gets up and down. I read a cheeky rumor about Munoz this week that Barcelona were interested in picking him up in the summer, next summer.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not. He would fit that system so well, wouldn't he?
Yeah. 100%. 100%. I think you're 100% right about Palace as well. It's just bananas how good they are. Like they are. What Glasner has brought into that team is they've been so good defensively.
Unbelievable.
And they fully deserve to be where they are. The only thing that's pissing me off about Palace is Mateta is the banana skin, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's the banana skin who's just not doing anything.
No. Sarr is the banana skin.
Yeah.
Sarr.
He's a fraud.
Scoring like 5 goals in the cups and then comes and just misses every sitter under the sun. Like, how many times am I going to keep him in? I don't know, but I'd almost think...
though. You stick by him. He'll come good.
I do like him, but like you could almost get rid of those 2 and just put the money into the defence, like the Palace defence. Like that is where the points are coming from. They're just doing so well, and I don't see it stopping. I think they're so good.
They've got Manchester United at home next, haven't they? It's impossible to tell which Man U turns up, but that's a shout for Munoz, getting Munoz and doubling up.
No, definitely.
Palace like playing against United, though, don't they? They've done well against them the last few years.
I think so, yeah.
They're just set up so well, and they know exactly how to play. And then you've got like Wharton, and I think that Jeremy Pino's been.
I've been thinking about good. Pino for fantasy. Yeah, he used to be really
Football
good
manager, wonder kid, isn't he?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
He's a Spanish international, realistically, isn't he? Like they replaced Elise with Sarr, and then and then Eze with Pino, which almost like straight swaps. Yes, they're not. Haven't got the ceilings that Eze and Elise have, but like as like for like replacements, they're doing so well. And like Wharton's just absolutely running the show in midfield, along with like Kamada and those sort of types of players who are just quite industrious. So I just think they're definitely the team to be on at the moment. But we'll move on to like in-form and out-form players. We'll just briefly talk about Arsenal's. I said here, Arsenal's 4-1 destruction of Spurs. I think
the title's theirs, isn't it? The title is theirs. It's all over now, isn't it? It's all over.
Spurs were embarrassing. I think they had an XG of 0.07 across the game. They only mustered 3 shots, and one of those was from 40 yards. Like, I just think the way he set them up like, yes, set a team up to not concede, but then when they conceded, like, where do you even go from there? I think that's the thing. When you set up in that low block, once you concede, like, you haven't really got a chance because they have literally got no attacking threat at all. And it's just, I just think Spurs assets are just, unfortunately, even like the likes of Van der Ven now, you have to get rid, really. Like, the only one you potentially would keep would be Kudus, but I just
he
think,
annoyed me. I got rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay away from Spurs for now.
They're being all Spursy again, aren't they? They're going back to their old ways. It wouldn't surprise you if Thomas Frank's not there at the end of the season.
Really? Wow. They can't give them time to bed in and everything.
He did say something after, didn't he? He said something like, "This is what are Arsenal? How many years? 5 years into Arteta's reign? Like, I'm 4 months."
Yeah,
which I thought was quite good. You can't really compare them at the moment because, like, he's built this absolute machine in that Arsenal team. But again, he started very much like Frankie's sort of thing. So, yeah. But we'll talk about
Eze is such a good. He's just completely changed the way Arsenal play. Like, I know we talked earlier on in the season about how they were struggling for open play goals, but the fact that Eze's now in the team consistently, he cuts teams open, doesn't he? And I know he scored a hat-trick, but even when he hasn't scored, he gives them that something different that they just haven't had, that can play behind the striker. Like, he's just that. He's so good, Eze. He's so good.
So good. But yeah, like, he's top of my sort of informed players list to target for the upcoming weeks. Like, 20-point haul in game week 12, 7 attacking returns in 9 starts. Now the third highest scoring midfielder in the whole game, which I was really interested with. Already transferred in by 150,000 plus managers. Like, and I actually think he's benefited from that Odegaard injury. Like, he's guaranteed minutes now, which is great. And I just think he's, like you said, Butler. That performance has been coming over the last 5 weeks, and I was really interested to see that 7 attacking returns in his 9 starts, which I think, as an FPL owner, if he's picking up points constantly, that's what you want, really, don't you? You don't really, obviously, you don't want players who do your sort of 6, 7, or 8 every 4 or 5 weeks. We want 5 or 6 points most weeks with that 20-point, 15-point week thrown in, don't we, realistically? And then Leandro Trossard's the other one. He's gone so under the radar, I think. Like, he's got 40 points in his last 5 games with 3 goals, 2 assists. And after Chelsea away this weekend, they've got Brentford at home, Villa away, and Wolves at home. Like, he's 6.9 million and only 1.1% owned. So
they've got a lot of injuries as well, haven't they? On the
wing,
have, right?
But like, at the moment, he's one of those. Every time he plays, he steps up. Like, huge differential. And I would say, it's a bold shout, he's probably the most informed midfielder currently in the league alongside Eze. That is bold.
That's mad.
What do you think? That is bold, but what do you think?
1.1% owned. And how expensive is he?
6. What did I say? 6.9. So still expensive. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. If he was like 6.5, he's worth a punt, isn't he? But yeah, I don't know though. He's one of the most informed, so I don't know. I'm always chasing it.
I guarantee most people have a bit of balance in their like cash asset in their team. They've got a bit of budget left over. Like, I know for a fact I've got 4 million sat there that I'm not using because we've got all these defensive midfielders in our team now, right? So I'm like, what do I do with this 4 million? Normally you'd have it on like a Palmer or a Salah or whatever, but they're not around at the moment.
No, I know.
So yeah, maybe if you've got the budget for him, if he's in that type of form and he's going to keep playing because Martinelli's coming back from injury, Madueke's out injured, isn't he? So he's clearly going to keep playing.
No, Madueke's back now.
And Gyökeres is injured Oh, is he?
Yeah, he was on the bench.
Gyökeres has been struggling as well, hasn't he? Recently. So.
Yeah. No, just to finish off that list, we've got. I put Minte's definitely on here. Butler, you'll hate me for this, but no player has more assists. No player has more assists than Minte in FPL, 7 this year. So he's got 8 attacking returns in his last 9 starts, owned by just 6% of managers. And he's got Forest they've got Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Burnley in their next 8 games.
Why did we let you do this fantasy segment? Because last week you were raving about Virgil van Dijk and he only gets 3 points. You're like, everyone's going to get Van Dijk. You told me not to put Minter in. I mean, come on now.
I'm feeling very smug. I've got him in, and he's doing bits for me every week. It's really nice.
I'd say he's currently the best budget midfielder in fantasy. I would say.
Yeah, because he's only 6, isn't he? He was only 6 mil or something like that.
Yeah, he is. He just seems to be, like I said, the last 2 weeks he's got sort of 2 assists each game, which again really, really helps. So like 11 points, 9 points, and he sort of does it. He does it without scoring. Like I said, 7 assists is really decent. And if he can add a few goals to that, he's going to increase those points even more. But then I got next on the list, I put 2 Forest players in here. So Elliot Anderson, like he's got back-to-back 9-point weeks with a goal and assist, 1 goal and 1 assist. He averages 13.08 DEFCON per 90, which I think is top of the league across all positions, midfielders and defenders in FPL, and he's only 5.3. So he's almost guaranteeing you 4 points a week. And now he's starting to add those attacking returns that he promised at the start. So I think I've seen a couple of people, another league I'm in, one of the lads, AG's, shout out to AG. He's had him in for the past like 3 or 4 weeks and he did really well for me. Obviously now he's adding goals, but I think he's a great shout, especially now then picking up a bit of form along with Morgan and Gibbs-White. So he's got 26 points in his last 3 games with 3 goals in those 3 games. He's owned by only 3.7% of managers, and like Brighton, Wolves, Everton next 3 fixtures. Forest finding some form under Dyche. I think he's an excellent shout moving forward, along with Harvey Barnes, just to finish off my list. So 24 points in his last 2 games with 3 goals. He had an XG of 1.47 against City. Scored again in the Champions League against Marseille.
He was offside.
Started his last 2 games. Yeah. And I just put here, I think he was once a minute's risk. I really don't think he is anymore. I really think he's... What do you think, Ben? Mate. Actually, go to you, Benny. Yeah. What do you think as a Newcastle fan? Do you think he's going to be starting for this foreseeable?
Gordon is one of Hal's favourites. Like, Hal loves Gordon, Pope and Burn. So Gordon played yesterday as a striker, which was a total failure, but he didn't start Woltemade in the Champions League. So Gordon's back from a hip injury. I don't know if he'll play against Everton because he loses his head whenever he plays Everton. But yeah, he's one of Hal's favourites. So I would expect Barnes will be a minute's risk because he'll rotate that left wing.
Liverpool are losing, by the way.
At home to PSV. Wow. Yeah, Barnes I'm not sure he's nailed for minutes, mate, to be honest. I could be wrong. And obviously he's in amazing form. 24 points in the last 2 games with 3 goals is very, very good. He's one of the bright sparks for us at the moment. But yeah, I think Gordon will share that left wing with him.
Yeah, no, that's interesting moving forward. But yeah, no, that's
right,
sort of informed players.
Come on then, fly through these out of forms.
I will. So out of forms,
half of them are in my team, and I don't want to talk about them.
Yeah, it is. I just put. We'll finish with Semenyo, but I put top of the list. I put Senesi. Like, he's only got 15 points in his last 5 games. Bournemouth conceded 12 in that time. However, big upside. He still achieved DEFCON in 3 of those 5, and still averages 12 DEFCON per match. Next 3 fixtures are good, so maybe a keep. Next, Grealish, 9 points his last 5 games, 0 goals, 0 assists. Like, his performances on the pitch, I don't think, are reflected in FPL points. And I think he has been unlucky the last 2 or 3 weeks, but he's only actually scored above 3 points in 1 of his last 9 games, which is a horrible, horrible stat I saw.
You boys both have him, right?
I think, do you know what? I think people were duped into him at the start when he had those 2 worldy games, and then he's done absolutely nothing apart from the game when I beat you.
Like he impacts games.
Yeah, he does.
There's no doubt about that. Like, he's in games and he has an impact, and he'll put the ball in the box on a peach. But Everton don't have a good striker, so he's whipping these balls in, and Barry's just falling over and like.
Yeah. So true.
And they've got Beto as well, who's dreadful. You know, they're scoring worldies when Everton score. They score a worldie from like 30 yards out because Barry and Beto aren't scoring.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. But just finish off the list. Reinders, I think now a definite sell. 4 points in his last 5 games. He's actually only played 163 minutes in those games and hasn't started the last 3. I think Pep looks like he now prefers Nico Gonzalez in that role, which unfortunately for Reinders owners isn't good, especially with Rodri still out. And then Kudus, we talked about him. After a 12-point haul against Leeds in game week 7, he's only scored 8 points in his last 5 games with 0 goals, 0 assists in that time. Spurs look horrendous, but I think the only positive, if you still have him, is that if they do score, he's probably going to be involved, isn't he? Let's be honest. And then last on my list, is Alexander Isak. Like, this is a horrible stat to read if you still own Isak, but he's the first Liverpool player in Premier League history to be on the losing side in his first 4 Premier League starts. So he's appeared in 5 games in total. Yeah, 5 games in total for Liverpool since signing, playing 370 minutes. So he only averages 65 minutes per game. He's got 12 points with 1 assist in that time.
He looks dreadful.
I just said here, like Ben will probably know this a lot more, but I think all that debacle in the summer has affected him so much. Like, not playing for 3 months. Like, even if you watched him for Sweden, he was Mickey Mouse as well.
He's not even started for them, and he didn't start for either. For each game they had in the international break, he didn't start either of them.
I won't dig in too much. I miss him. I want him to come back to Newcastle, but I mean, he
hasn't played a minute yet.
I know, unbelievable signing that one. No, Isak's when he was with us, he was always gassed after like 65 minutes anyway, 70 minutes, and he couldn't play like 3 times a week. We had no other option. We had like Willisulo or the crocked Callum Wilson, who, by the way, is experiencing something of a renaissance under West Ham.
Yeah.
He's got 4 goals already. It's like more than most of the expensive strikers.
I was going to put him in this list actually, Wilson.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Zach because I don't know what's going on with the Liverpool. But as soon as they sort it out, like I'm sure they'll turn it around at some point, with or without a new manager. And I'm sure
it does just show, doesn't it? Even like the Wizza scenario is just because these players forced moves and miss all of pre-season.
Stop going on strike, you bellends.
It's not going to do them any favours, is it?
No,
like,
it's not.
Not at all.
It's a World Cup year as well.
I know. It is. It just shows how like classy gay he must be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a person to sort of do what he done, and then the move fall through at the last minute, but he's still playing. But I'll just finish the list with Semenyo. Like, missed last week due to suspected ankle injury he suffered on international duty. Then it was thought he came back early to pros to his misses. Then it was rumoured that he was simply ill for game week 11 against West Ham. But apparently he's back in training, and interestingly has been transferred out by over 300,000 managers in game week 13. And his ownership's already dropped to 57%, but I am definitely keeping him. I cannot wait for him to get a hattie this weekend, to be fair.
Who's he got? Is he playing at home?
Yeah, who have they got, actually? They've got
Sunderland away, mate. He's not getting a hattie. Sunderland away, Semenyo's got. But I think that's more down to Bournemouth dropping off overall as a team rather than Semenyo's individual. Like, because Senesi's on there, they're conceding a bit more than they were. They did bloody well to like have their whole defence bought from them, and then go on that really good run where they didn't concede a lot. So it's leveling out, it's evening out a bit. I mean, he was a must earlier in the season, wasn't he? But now he's a little bit of a
agreed. I think it could be right on the next episode, next week's pod siege. Let's see how Semenyo gets on this weekend against Sunderland. But if he blanks again this weekend or barely plays, then I think there's that discussion to be had on the pod next week about what you do with him. Do you transfer him out and get someone else in? We seem to be in this like fantasy thing at the moment where people go through little periods. No one is really like doing it every single
consistent
week apart from Haaland, even though he's had like a blank last week. No one else is really consistently raking in the points each week apart from maybe some defenders. But in terms of midfielders and strikers, there's none of them that are consistently doing it at the moment. So maybe it'll be a topic for next week. I think that'd be a good point to have a little break there, boys, shall we? And then
absolutely, yeah.
Then we'll come back.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Sonny and Cher pod. Let's do the key battles now. It's over to me. CJ, you've had the spotlight, and now I'm going to go. And let's start with Alex versus Rafaro. Duncan Busquet with 43 points versus Adama Dry Your Eyes with 61. So, Butler, you and I got the exact same score this game week as we discussed earlier, but you were hugely unlucky to come up against the second highest score of the week in the form of Rafaro. Things didn't get off to a good start for your midfield, with the injured Semenyo and benched Caicedo giving you problems, leaving your defence to make up some ground, which in fairness they did, with Munoz earning 14 points and Anderson scoring 10. However, Rafaro also has Munoz, while his midfield trio, his midfield trio of Saka, Rice and Enzo scored 21 points between them. So Rafaro actually has 3 Chelsea players and 3 Arsenal. Chelsea trio earning him a decent return of 18 points, only let down by the blanking João Pedro, while his Arsenal trio scored another 15 points. Alex, we've talked about it a lot. The whole front line of Mateta, João Pedro and Haaland blanked, returning just 6 points between them. That included Captain Haaland. Mateta particularly disappointing, as we've covered. Now after 3 straight losses between game week 5 and 7, Rafaro has now won 4 of his last 5, surging to 6th in the table and is looking in very good shape at the moment, with the second highest points tally on the league, actually. Meanwhile, Alex, pure frustration for you. You won your previous 2 after 4 straight losses, so this is a bit of a setback after you look to be gaining some momentum. How are you feeling about it?
I'm fine, mate, because it would have been a disaster if I'd gone on to win Manager of the Month this month. So it's a good thing I did lose and let the other 4 fight it out for Manager of the Month.
Mate, you're the nicest bloke, aren't you? You are the nicest bloke.
But deep down, I really wanted to win that Manager of the Month.
You were so unlucky. You were so unlucky this week to come up against Rafaro.
What can you do? Like I was green in all my other leagues and green in my scores, but I got absolutely battered by Rafaro. So,
61 is massive this week, isn't it?
Yeah. It is.
And as you said, then he's very much informed. But what can I just do?
Laughed.
It's just one of those.
After that Chelsea game, you were like, "I've lost." Because he had, Enzo and Sanchez. You're like,
I'd already lost after the first game. I was like, this is done.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea game.
Yeah, I was like, I'm done.
That's when you know when you know
like,
fantasy is running your life, when you've declared a loss after the early kickoff. You're already like, weekend's ruined. Too much ground to make up.
Yeah, definitely.
But well done, Faro. Yeah, he's on one at the moment. I mean, I was quite surprised to see his overall points tally. He's absolutely smashing it. He's got more points than Stu in second. So Stu's got something like 715 points, whereas Rafaro's got 728. So I think he's one to watch at the moment. But let's move on to the next match. This is quite a funny one. Matt Botman returns with 44 points versus Luke Hotel Tiago with 43 points. Matt's delight, Luke's despair. This one was decided by a single point. Matt actually did very well here, scraped the victory by taking a punt on Saka as captain. The Arsenal winger is not scoring at the moment, but he is pretty reliable for defensive contributions. Gave him a total return of 8 points versus Luke's choice of Haaland, who experienced a rare blank. For Luke, Thiago scored his first penalty, but then missed a second. Tavernier bagged 7 for him. Assist machine Minter got 11 for him. Gahey and Timber both hauled 5. So he actually didn't score that badly, but in the words of Mr. Bipolar himself, fuck Pedro Porro. The Spurs defender played a grand total of 12 minutes in the heavy derby defeat against Arsenal, but managed to get himself booked in that time, resulting in 0 points.
No, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
Yeah.
This game actually came down to the Monday night game because Matt had Bruno and Luke had Mbeumo, so whoever scored most out of that was going to win the game. And Mbeumo blanked and got himself booked as well, so he scored 1 point and Bruno got 2. So one yellow card across his team, or Thiago either scoring that pen or not being awarded a pen at all would have seen him win or draw this game. So it's actually like super unlucky for Luke. In fact, I'd avoid both Medcraft brothers at the moment. We'll come on to Nick in a second, but they've both lost by a point. I don't think they'd be much fun to hang out with this week. Nick summed it up pretty well. Lost by a point. Fuck Maresca for taking James off at halftime. Fuck Woltemade for missing sitters, and fuck fantasy. So there you go.
I mean, it's not in, is it?
There's a few lads losing it. There's a few lads losing it currently, isn't there? including myself. I was at that stage this week as well. I'm not going to lie. I was fuck fantasy definitely at one point.
I think Jordan's another one that's on the edge as well. At the moment. He's another one that's chirping up, going, "Oh fuck, what the fuck's going on?"
Matt's up to third in the table. Very good from Matt there, while Luke is stuck in no man's land in 22nd. Alex, you're saying when the luck's not with you, it's not with you. I'm not sure the luck has ever been with Luke. I think he must be one of the unluckiest managers in fantasy ever.
He's got to be.
That is unbelievable. Those 2 yellow cards, particularly one from Porro in 12 minutes.
Like, just no wonder he's like going mad. Like, God.
I suppose he should get rid of his Spurs assets, but yeah. We'll move on to another really, really, really close game. This one's Jordan versus Farney.
I would have beaten both of these two, by the way.
Yeah.
Such a piss take. But the fact that one of them won means...
So would I.
The fact that one of them won means one of them is up for Manager of the Month for getting 33 points.
I love that.
Let's talk about it. Shrimp on the Varby with 33 versus Odegaard with 32. So really good key battles chosen by Alex this week, actually, because you picked 2 matches that were decided by just 1 point. This time
I picked the people who were in the Manager of the Month hunt. That's why I picked them.
Okay. So this time it's Farney claiming a priceless victory over Jordan, who has now lost 4 on the spin and will be fuming about this narrow loss. Farney was one of the only people, actually, if not the only manager in the league to put Semenyo as last place on his bench, as he correctly guessed the Bournemouth winger would be too busy getting engaged.
Maybe he knew Semenyo was in Australia having a holiday.
Yeah, maybe he saw him or something. So from what I can make out, I can't really figure it out, but I think it was basically Henderson's clean sheet in goal for Palace that just about gave Farney the win here, because I think he got 6 points. Whereas for Jordan, Xhaka and Rodon came off the bench to make this like an incredibly tight match, but Andy just had enough in the bank to win this one. Totally contrasting fortunes for these two. While Jordan has lost his last 4, Farney is picking up some momentum and now has 3 consecutive victories under his belt. Well done, Farney. Very good work.
Go on, Farney.
Well done benching Semenyo there.
Yeah, very good. Well done.
Very good.
Now we need to talk about Tom Jennings, the mightier Canards.
Let me know when you finish talking about this. I'll come back in a minute.
73 points for Tom this week. That is unreal, considering your average.
It's insane.
Is like less than
he got 60 of those was from one player.
Dan as well, 48 points. So I've got nothing to say about this one except Eze is captain. Oh my word. Eze is captain. Top 50,000 rank for game week score for Tom, despite taking another 4-point hit as well. He brought in Eze for Semenyo, was an absolute touch with the Arsenal forward, scoring a massive 40 points for him as captain, more than half
when your
his
luck's
total.
in, boys, it's in.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
48 is not a bad score at all for Dan, who would have beaten most other managers this week. I would love to know, Tom, get in touch. Let us know how far you've gone up globally in the rankings, because you must be full of green arrows this week.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many people captained Eze either. It must be like 0.1% or something.
Many.
But yeah, Tom rises to 19th, overtaking Jordan in the process. Unlucky
there won't be
Jordan.
much better captain picks than that all season.
No.
That's got to be the best. That's definitely the best. There's not many people. Not many people captaining a Hattie, is there this year?
No,
unless it's Haaland. Unless it's Haaland.
But outside of Haaland, has anyone even scored a hat trick this season? Mateta, I guess.
Mateta, yeah.
That moves us on to the final game, in which I ran out of time, so I only have 1 bullet point. Is Trav in for a shout of Manager of the Month? He beat Nick this week by, I think, 1 point, was it? It's 4 straight wins for Trav. What's going on with Trav? Is he in is he in for a shout for it, Alex? He's been quite quiet on the group, hasn't he?
He has been quiet, yeah. But actually, Trav is coming to the social that we've got going this weekend. So there is
lovely. I forgot that was
this
weekend.
Good group of we've got a group of people. We'll give you boys a bit of a buzz when we're there. We'll give you
I like that. Is it this weekend? Is it?
It is this Saturday night.
Here we go.
Yeah, it's going to be a laugh. There's 9 of us going, so 9 out of the 24. You know, nearly half, nearly there.
Nah, not bad.
So, yeah,
that's decent.
I will just point out. I'll point out this point that Trav won because of his bench boost. He beat Nick by a point. His bench boost was not great. It only got him 10 points, which is pretty.
Wow, 10 points is
mediocre.
Still decent.
Yeah. But well done, Trav, and unlucky Nick. We covered Nick's rant in the group a bit earlier. But yeah, both Medcraft brothers are hurting this week after losing by 1 point. But well done, Trav.
Yeah, well done, Trav. He's definitely in for a shout of Manager of the Month, that is for sure. Just before we get on to Manager of the Month, just glossing over the other fixtures. Obviously, Dassey again he had Eze come off his bench. When your luck's in, it's in.
I saw that. Yeah.
When your luck's in, it's in. Right. That's game.
Brutal.
Gazzy T, Gareth Ben, your pal Gareth, he's having an absolute nightmare at the moment. I don't think he's won in 6 weeks.
He's having a shocker. No, he's in real He's in real danger of building a trophy come end of the season.
Oh yeah, he most definitely.
It's what you get for leaving the WhatsApp group, mate.
Yeah, don't leave the WhatsApp group.
Karma's hitting you, Gaz, mate. Yeah. Karma's hitting you.
Come back to us. Let us know.
Peaks won again.
I know, but he was playing Trotty, who is Mr. Bang average at the moment. To be fair, floundering around down on 500 points compared to your 700 odd, Ben. I think you're nearly 300 points ahead of him.
Peaks must have had Eze then if he got.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
As we Ben, you beat Mike as we talked about earlier by
lucky. That was a lucky win as well.
Big win for you. Charlie got one over his close mate Fraser. Only got 27 points, by the way.
Yeah, that's bleak.
Let's call that out to everyone. 7 points.
Fraser got in his? He went with a back 5 as well, and then his midfield was Ndiaye and Bruno Fernandes. No one scored over 5 points for him.
Then a big game. It was a big game between Connor and Balfe because they're both up there towards the top of the table. 2 big point scorers. Big win for Connor. Balfe didn't really turn up this week. And then Smithy continues to win. Like he's another one that's still fighting around in the top half of the table. Against, as Balfe quite rightly called out to me, he didn't realise Andy Jackson would be so bad at fantasy football. So and he only got 30 points in last week. I mean, it's not looking great for Andy at the moment, is it? Bless him. No. It's not looking great. And then obviously, Siege, you losing out to Dave. That was a big win for Dave. He needed that.
Yeah, it was big.
Was it Is it Enzo that did you over there? Is it?
Yeah. Enzo, classic last minute as well. I was laughing. I was like, if he hadn't scored, I'd have won. And then I needed Grealish to score a hat in. Obviously, he was going to do nothing. So it was just
obviously.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Well done.
Right. Before we do CJ's game, we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back to you, Siege. Over to you.
Welcome back to the Sonny and Cher pod. We're going to finish with a little bit of trivia. I know, unfortunately, as Ben said at the start, our quiz last week was
shit
unpublishable, let's just say, yeah. But within that, there were some good questions. We're going to go back to our original game. So I'm going to read myself, Ben, and Butler will read out a player and then read out how many clubs they've played for, and the other two will go against each other to name as many clubs as possible.
I've got one. Let me go first.
Go on then.
I'm going to say Landon Donovan.
Oh.
So he has played for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams. 7 teams, Landon Donovan.
I can think of at least 3, I think. Maybe 4.
Ben's going with.
Can you do better than that, Siege?
No, definitely not. Go on. Definitely
Go on
not,
then,
mate.
Ben. What are you going with? 3 or 4, Ben?
Do 3 and then you can, if you get 4.
Okay, yeah.
What? Do 3, but then if you can get 4, you get it.
Yeah. Well, first, LA Galaxy, number 1. That's where he did
he
the
played for them
his...
twice. He had 200...
Does that count as 2 then?
No. That counts as 1 club. But yes, he did. 253 games for LA Galaxy, 113 goals in that time.
And then Everton, he played for Everton, didn't he?
He went on loan to Everton twice. In 2010 and 2012, he played 17 times for Everton, scoring 2 goals. So
I thought he did more than that. Huh.
This is league appearances.
He didn't play for Fulham, did he? That was Clint Dempsey. I'm thinking of another American striker. I've actually might have screwed myself over here. I don't know. I think he played in Germany before he went to the Prem. He played in Germany, but I'm blanking.
Good knowledge. Is that true? Is that right, Butler?
Is it Germany?
He has played in Germany. Yes.
Fair play. That's great knowledge.
He's played in Germany twice.
Siege.
Twice. Played in Germany twice. Ooh. Surely it's one where a few American lads go through, isn't it? Is it that team I'm thinking of?
I have no idea what.
A few American lads.
What
Dortmund?
Yeah.
It could be Dortmund. Yeah, that's a good shout because they got a lot of Americans, don't they? Yeah, I'm going to say. Yeah, Dortmund. Let's go Dortmund.
No. He played for Bayern Leverkusen. Only 7 times. I mean, he did play for Bayern Leverkusen's second team. But he also played for Bayern Leverkusen. He also went on loan from LA Galaxy to Bayern Munich, but only played 6 times. Yeah. And he also played for San Jose Earthquakes for a long period of time.
I should have gone for another MLS team, yeah.
Yeah, I thought there might be another.
A Mexican team, Leon, and then also finished off his career at San Diego Sockers, which was an indoor team, apparently. Who knew there was an indoor league?
He actually didn't have that good a career, realistically, did he?
No.
He only played 416 games and scored 161 goals. Yeah, but a lot of those
most of them must have been
Galaxy.
for LA Galaxy as well, were they?
Yeah, over half of that was LA Galaxy. He wasn't very prolific, let's put it that way.
No. Right, I'll go next. Ready, chaps?
Yes.
Yeah.
Charlie Adam.
Oh, that's a good one.
Charlie Adam played for...
This is hard.
8 different clubs.
Oh my God, that many?
Yeah, I was surprised when I was surprised when I saw them, actually. What are we thinking, lads? What are we thinking?
I can only think of 2. So
I think I can do 3. I can do 3.
All right.
I can do the 3 English teams. He played for Blackpool, Liverpool, and Stoke.
He did.
For Liverpool.
He did. There's one more English team and then 4 Scottish teams.
I mean, I have no idea. Don't know the others.
You've already won.
Yeah.
So.
What want to guess? We got start.
No Hearts.
Yeah, actually, I didn't. No, he actually started at Rangers for 6 years.
Wow,
61 apps, 13 goals. Then went on loan to Ross County, on loan to St Mirren, and on loan to Blackpool before he signed for Blackpool. He actually 2 years at Blackpool. He's 78 games, 28 goals. He got.
He helped them get promoted to the Prem, didn't he?
Yeah. Then he got that move to Liverpool, just 1 season. And then he was at Stoke for 7 years, 156 apps, 19 goals.
Didn't he have dreadful teeth?
Yeah. The snap I saw of him, it wasn't great. And then, then he went to Stoke, and then went to Reading and then finished his career at Dundee.
Wow.
But yeah, Charlie Adam, 446 apps, 80 goals, not too bad. And Liverpool 4-1 down.
Oh my God, they really are.
Seamlessly transition to that. 4-1 at home to PSV.
I didn't think it could get any worse, but I just.
Oh, I clearly can. 4-1.
Defense is a shambles, isn't it? Right,
are you ready? Wait, before I go in, Butler, are you ready to revise your slot comments about him being under pressure?
Like, they might not even qualify
for the. Yeah, you might have to.
They might have to.
Where are they in the Champions League?
They must be like bottom half.
I'll have a look now.
They've lost a
12th. So they're in the playoff spots. Yeah, that's before
12th.
Today's games, I think.
No, that's live.
Right.
Yeah, that's live. Yeah.
Have we done John Arne Risa?
Oh, we haven't. We haven't done that
good one.
This one's tough.
That's tough.
He played for a total of 11.
Too many.
11
teams.
11 teams.
I do not recognize 4.
I reckon I could do 3,
CJ.
I could do 3. I think I couldn't do any more than that. I only know 3.
What do you reckon, Siege?
Definitely don't know more than 3. Shall I go and then you can jump on, Alex?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go on then.
Right.
I only know 3, so if you've got the 3, I don't know.
No. So Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool and Fulham I've got.
Yeah, I would add those.
Yeah, got those.
I will say obviously he was born and started his career in Norway. You're probably not going to get the Norwegian team, but then he moved to France. That gives you a hint. Played in France, and he's also played in Italy.
That's not the club I was thinking of. The Italy one, I know the Italy one.
Yeah.
That's the other. That's my third one. Yeah.
Italy one. France, I'm
99.
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. It wasn't someone like Lille, was it? The French club, was it?
Close.
Lyon.
I don't know if you're geographically close.
It's not geographically close.
No. Lyon, was it?
No, it was Monaco.
Alex, who was the Italian team?
He played for Roma, didn't he?
He did.
Of course
99
he did.
He went from Liverpool to Roma to Fulham.
Yeah, to Fulham, and then
very,
where
very
else
good.
after that?
After Fulham, his career gets very obscure. Listen to this. He plays for Apol. I think they're Greek. Then something called the Delhi Dynamos, which I can only assume is an Indian
gone
team.
to India.
Must be an Indian team.
After that, I can't pronounce this. Ailsund, 10 appearances. And then Chennai, 10 appearances. Maybe this is all in India. And then Rollon, 2 appearances. And
it might be.
Alvaldsnes, 1 appearance, 1 goal, by the way. 2023. He must have come out of retirement.
Apparently he was quite rogue off the pitch.
Yes.
So like you can see why the career went that sort of way,
Didn't
especially to
him
India.
and Bellamy have that thing with a golf club?
Yes. Or something like something rogue. But I still think back to that goal, that goal against United, that free kick, and he did that celebration on his knees with the shirt.
All I remember, what I remember as well is when he took a free kick once and he whacked it so hard that it like broke Alan Smith completely. Like,
yes, he broke his leg, didn't he?
He broke his leg, dislocated his ankle, bent his elbow backwards or something. He was so broken, Alan Smith.
Shouldn't be laughing, but yeah, shouldn't be laughing.
We shouldn't be
Never
laughing,
the same player.
Yeah. There we go. Funny
right, gents, that brings us to the end of the episode. Oh, thank you. I actually did some research beforehand. Someone who's, obviously we all know, but we probably don't know about the ins and outs of his career.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, chaps, let's end it there. Who's going to do the honours this week?
Don't all jump at once. It can't be me. It can't be me after my miserable week. It's got to be maybe Butler to make him feel better after that last week.
Yeah, plus CJ, you did it last week on your Todd.
I did, yeah. I'm not doing that again. Yeah.
Go on, Alex, take us away.
May the fantasy gods be with you.
Woo. See you later.
Cheers, lads. Bye. It's the Sonny and Shah Fantasy League.
And even though Son has left for the MLS,
Our head-to-head league is still the best. Hosted by
Alex,
Ben,
CJ,
ABC.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
It's another fantasy podcast.
Oh, fuck me.